G'day there, it's Duncan here, and I just don't get it. For 20 years, Australia's been fighting a war on fossil fuels, and somehow we've ended up needing more of them than ever. That's a brilliant strategy. We were told renewables would replace coal, oil and gas. Cheaper, cleaner, easy. Fast forward, and fossil fuels still make up about 90% of our energy mix. So what exactly got replaced? Nothing. We just added more cost on top. We shut down local coal production, blocked new projects. We even patted ourselves on the back at climate summits, and now we import the very fuels we used to produce ourselves. Diesel imported, petrol imported, urea gone, plastics gone, and no nuclear power plants. But don't worry, we've got windmills and solar panels stretching halfway across the country. And here's the kicker. When global tensions flare up, when choke points like the Strait of Hormuz tighten, we're not negotiating. We're queuing for fuel. Because running a just-in-time country sounds great, right up until nothing turns up on time. But hey, at least we feel good about it. And here's the part that really makes you shake your head. Take Sweden, 10 million people, over 58,000 public electric vehicle chargers. EVs, over 60% of new car sales. Now let's look at Australia, 27 million people, around 5,000 electric vehicle charging sites. EVs, just 13% of new sales. So let me get this straight. We've got nearly 3 times the population, a continent with a high population all the way along the east coast, and somehow we've built 1/10 of the infrastructure. Once again, brilliant. We lecture the world about climate targets, roll out grand net zero speeches, and then we forget the small detail, actually building the system to support it. Sweden built the roads before telling people to drive on them. Australia, we told everyone to buy electric, then said good luck finding a charger between Sydney and anywhere else. We didn't replace the old system, we weakened it before the new one was ready. That's the difference. One country plans and the other announces. And if something goes wrong, it won't be a climate debate. It'll be a country realising too late that energy security isn't optional.